B-U-Z-Z.
11-year-old Joshua Bortolotti loves his 4-year-old sister Sophia very much. As any big brother should be, he's incredibly proud and protective of his younger sister. Sophia suffers from a mild form of autism. Autism is a disease that affects a person's ability to communicate and interact with others. Recently, Ontario Superior Court agreed with the lawyers of 30 families with autistic children that the province was violating their children's rights by denying them treatment called applied behavioral analysis on the basis of their age.
Yeah.
As it stands, the government has agreed to fund those cases of children between the ages of 2 and 5.
Moon happy or not the mustache?
Josh has come to embrace his sister's struggle. He feels if more people are aware and active with autism, that the government will be more prone to listen. So, he's taking his message here to Parliament Hill. Josh recalls how he started the ball rolling.
Well, one day I was going to check the mail, and just the daily, wondering if I get any letters from my grandparents or anything like that. And I saw a flyer, and this is right after the election, about Pierre Paul Rivera, and how he has his open house of his office, and everybody can come in and said we can discuss issues on softwood lumber, the beef crossing the borders, and then at the bottom it said if you have any other concerns or issues, feel free to contact me.
And Josh did just that. He knew it was a good way to help his little sister, and for the first time, he shed some light on the struggle his family is facing.
Before that day, he didn't even know what it was. He'd heard a bit of it, but didn't know that was that big of a concern. And we even gave him a picture to put in his flower pot because she's so beautiful, and I got some pictures with him. And because he didn't treat me like an 11-year-old boy, you don't matter, but he treated me like I mattered. And
when he speaks about autism, you quickly forget that this is an 11-year-old boy. He chooses his words very carefully and expresses his point very effectively.
Well, it's just a matter of the government listening. And maybe I'm not old enough to vote, but I can still make a difference in Parliament. But in 2002 or 1, they said he promised $59 million towards it, and they haven't spent a dime.
All right, buddy, what's going on? Good to see you again, buddy. How are you? Hey, how you doing? Hi, Mom. How are you? Very pleased to meet Peter.
The response from all the politicians have been great, but it's put stars in his eyes because Josh has endless hope and faith in our Canadian political system. He is completely unjaded, and everyone he's met with has been so fabulous. I think Josh feels a calling to leave his mark.
His message is quite simple, but it's very clear. He's an extremely well-spoken young man, and I see a great future for him.
Tell me about with your sister. Children should be seen, and children should be heard, and especially children who are autistic. If the voice comes through a brother like Josh for his sister, then let that little voice be a big voice for children and families who are suffering all across the country.
He's been pressuring provincial and federal representatives to get something done, and he's made a sound case that $1 invested today in ABA treatment will actually save $10 or more in the long run. So it's a good fiscally conservative initiative in addition to being the right thing to do.
And Josh has time on his side. You can expect to see him forging on for the sake of his sister and all other people inflicted with autism for a long time to come.
I want it to be I want all the politicians to listen and finally realize what they're doing is wrong and how that they need to change.
For Primetime Politics Weekend Edition, I'm Glenn McGuinness in Ottawa.